BBM! 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 Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here today for the ceremonial declaration of Misamis Occidental as an insurgency-free province. To formally begin our program, may we call on Tangub City Mayor Sabiniano Ben Canama for his welcome remarks.
Malipayong pag-abot, dayon kamo sa dakbayan sa Tanggob, una ang Ginoo. Pakpakan na to ang Ginoo. My respect to our honored guest, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., Sir. Mahal naming Presidente, ang Tanggob City ay nagpasalamat po sa inyo dahil sa bagong Pilipinas, kami po ay palaging nakatanggap ng mga serbisyo po. Salamat, salamat po.
At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very hard-working governor of Misamis Occidental, Attorney Henry S. Waminal.
His Excellency President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., Sir, and I cannot just not to break the protocol, but I have to recognize this man who was also my colleague in the youth movement before, Secretary Teodoro of the Department of National Defense. Ladies and gentlemen, maing odto kanatong tanan. I stand here today with immense pride and profound gratitude for this very rare opportunity that we have with us. No less than the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., gracing two big events that are significant importance in the life of every Misamisnon and in the history of our beloved province. This morning, I had the opportunity to welcome our dear President and First Lady, Ma'am Lisa, during the inauguration of the long-awaited Pangelby Bridge project, which is the bridge of peace for economic growth and development. And this time, for this another historic event, the formal declaration of our province as an insurgency province. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for this unforgettable and meaningful privilege of sharing your precious time with the Misamisnon. Can we give a big hand to our President?
May we invite the President on stage to receive a copy of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Misamis Occidental Resolution declaring its insurgency-free status. Thank you, Mr. President. Mabuhay ang probinsya ng Misamis Occidental! Amana program provides the 120 former rebel beneficiaries with immediate financial assistance as part of their reintegration to the mainstream society. Each beneficiary will receive 10,000 pesos in cash assistance with a total amount of 1.2 million pesos. The momentous occasion marks a significant milestone in the government's continuous efforts towards achieving lasting peace and security, looking after the welfare of former rebels. Through convergence and collaboration, we have overcome challenges and fostered a peaceful environment with the crucial support of the National Task Force to end local communist armed conflict, all other involved government agencies, and partner stakeholders.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines and our Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you, Secretary Gilbert Teodoro, for your kind introduction. Please be seated. Pinaka-importante ang ating mga kasama rito na hindi po ang kapayapaan ay hindi po na ipapanalo ng isang tao lamang. Kaya lahat po kayo, lahat po ng ating mga military, lahat po ng ating mga civilian government, kayo po at lalo na ang mga beneficiary ngayon natin, kayo ang pinakamahalaga na bisita namin ngayong araw na ito. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are gathered here today to celebrate a historic occasion, one that also took time in the making, the declaration of Misamis Occidental as an insurgency-free province. As I mentioned in my last State of the Nation address, we have come a long way in our quest for lasting peace. After years of consistent and resolute security, peace, and community building, we have succeeded in our campaign to end the decades of conflict in the 60 barangays in your province that were once in the clutches of insurgent movements. We have successfully dismantled the key leadership of the former insurgents operating in Misamis Occidental, which have now led to their reintegration into society. Thanks to the DALG and the AFP, we have provided peace, community development, and reintegration programs for those who have returned to the fold of the law. From 2021 to 2023, 51 barangays were identified as recipients of the Barangay Development Program, what we call BDPs, a very integral and important part of our peace efforts. As of September this year, 46 of those projects have been completed, 17 are now ongoing implementation. 44 of these projects are farm-to-market roads, 2 involve the construction and development of roads and bridges, 9 projects focus on water supply systems, and on the other hand, the remaining 8 projects are health stations, rural electrification, and the rehabilitation of schools. This strong collaboration among the national and local governments, the military, the police, and the community has allowed us to transform what was once a conflict-affected area into now a peaceful community. This transformation is evident in places like Oyohoy, like Tangub City, which has now evolved into a symbol of progress. In fact, one of the main tourism projects of the local government, the Ascenso Global Gardens, is situated in Oyohoy. This is a tangible outcome of what our collective efforts towards peace and development can do. This demonstrates that peace brings more opportunities for growth, investment, and social services for future generations. Earlier today, we inaugurated the longest water-spanning bridge in Mindanao, the Panguil Bay Bridge. It will, of course, facilitate connectivity with Lanao del Norte. But more than that, this project intends to spur economic growth for the province and the opportunities for Misamisnons. The experience of Misamis Occidental speaks volumes about the importance of addressing the root causes of insurgency. Peace will neither be attainable or sustainable without accompanying development. And these things work hand in hand. Hindi natin maitapos ang Panguil Bay Bridge na napaka-importante kung hindi mapayapa ang kanilang pinupuntahan. Kung hindi mapayapa at makapasok ang ating mga construction para mabuo itong napaka-importante na tulay na aming in-inaugurate at binuksan kanina. This is why the aggressive implementation of socio-economic intervention by bringing investments in education, health, infrastructure, livelihood, help prevent the recurrence of conflict here in Misamis Occidental. It is our hope that through this administration's programs and projects, we will sustain the stability, the peace, and the progress in the home of all of those from Misamis Occidental. However, as we celebrate today's gains, we cannot rest here. We must remain vigilant against the emerging threats that undermine these hard-won gains. I ask the local government units of Misamis Occidental to intensify collaboration with various government agencies, partners, and other stakeholders to thwart any posturing or coming back that terrorist groups or any of their financiers or supporters may still be contemplating. Let us harness the power of peace to uplift the province, this region, and this nation to unparalleled heights. Let Misamis Occidental stand as a shining example of what can be achieved when we work for the greater good together. With us perpetuating the peace efforts that we made here, I know that soon we will be able to declare the entire country, the entire republic as insurgency-free. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay ang Misamis Occidental, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, for that inspiring message.